All right, welcome to my second ever AMA. I'm really excited to be doing this with my mom. Her name's Cecilia. She's visiting me here in Mexico for a week. We're traveling to a couple of cities outside of Mexico City. So right now we're in San Miguel de Allende, which is a really beautiful town. A little bit touristy, but
Well, we're not doing the touristy.
no, we're trying to avoid the touristy stuff. But it's still, it's like. I understand why this city gets so much attention. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful. We're hearing fireworks.
Yeah, I know. We're outside, so this is a little bit raw, a little bit different. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this with you. I thought it'd be cool to answer a couple of questions with my mom. She's been a major influence in my life, and somebody that I really look up to and get a lot of, I think, very important feedback from. Just for a little bit of background, my mom is, I consider you actually like a painter first, believe it or not. I know that's not your main thing, but she's done all kinds of creative stuff, like create jewelry, graphic design.
Well, that's my profession.
You had a boutique of clothing for women, so she's done a whole bunch of creative stuff, and also interior design. So just a little bit of everything, and yeah, I thought it would be cool to answer some questions. So, anything you want to say?
No, that I'm happy to be here.
Cool.
Let's go.
Okay, so we got a lot of questions. So I'm just going to break this down into little pieces.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good to start with one of Stephen Scott Foster's questions, which was, how do you present your work inside a creative family, and what does feedback look like?
Okay, I'll try to give a condensed answer. We are all very independent-minded at home, and I raised you all, you and your brother, that way.
Yeah.
So we're very opinionated.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard, but I think the energy behind all of us is very caring. We really try not to have our own artistic desires or expressions being imposed on somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think we have all grown as artists to a point where artistically we respect each other or value the feedback and opinion. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it would be a lie to say that we haven't clashed. I mean, I think about projects that I've done.
We're all very independent minded.
Yeah, and I think we all have our own kind of different approaches to stuff. I actually find that I generally agree with you on a lot of stuff too, because we have a similar personality.
Yeah.
But it has been, I think, very important to learn how to communicate with somebody else, especially when you disagree with them.
Yeah.
And then I know you've also had to navigate me being very sensitive sometimes when I'm getting feedback about my videos, not tapping into my potential or seeing so much more in me and wanting to kind of, I think, bring that out, but without being, trying to walk a fine balance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is never critical. But to add to this, I think, because we're not just practicing artistic expression, we are also very aware of a personal growth journey. So attached to that.
And we're all kind of struggling with stuff at all times,
I mean, you wouldn't be an artist if you were not struggling.
Yeah. Well, you're not human. You're not human if you...
You gotta push boundaries. Always be on the edge of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I think that answers that question.
Yeah. I hope.
Is there a place that feels like home, where you feel your expression is most accepted? I think you can answer that.
I create. I am a nester naturally. I feed my soul with my environment has to be visually appealing to me. So anywhere I go, if I know this is where I'm gonna live, I have to create a world.
Yeah, and I think you created a really special home and a really special space in Portland. Even though you don't feel connected with the city of Portland, I hear you talk about your love of going back there and the dogs and the forest.
We are very fortunate to live in a very nature environment, and that's
but you also spent, I mean, like what, like a decade almost, right, or whatever, 8 years trying to create that space for yourself, buying the house and renovating it and getting constant setbacks and
that was a creative expression on its own.
Yeah.
So it all feeds each other, but
but I think I hope this is not sharing too much, but I feel like this was also a reaction to you not feeling like you had a space like that growing up, and so you really wanted to create a home for yourself.
Yeah, for me,
right?
Feeling being in an environment that feels that it nurtures me is extremely important, and that it nurtures the people I love so much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Well, Sarah asked me, I already read this one to you, but she asked me,
I forgot the question.
I was just wondering how you managed to create such a wonderful human.
Aww.
I mean, that's really sweet, Sarah. Thank you.
But I do have something to say about that.
Yeah, and before you answer, I just want to say, like, you know, as I've attempted to really express as clearly as possible in my videos, there's another side of myself that you guys do not see, that you are very, privy to.
Of course.
Of being stressed out, being a mess, being anxious, So.
But that's all. I love it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely.
No,
love it
there's.
all.
I mean, I know there's a lot of. There's a really beautiful connection that we have as a
Yeah.
family, but there are also moments where you get sick of me. There are also moments where
Yeah,
you're like,
but I tell you.
Yeah.
I need
But
a
so,
break from
but so,
you.
when Sarah says wonderful human being, it's like, very sweet, but.
Well,
it's
I
also-
do think you're a wonderful human being simply because the soul you have is absolutely caring.
But again, it's like I feel like I can't even take credit for that. It's like I got lucky being in a space where I was allowed to express myself, make mistakes, stumble.
Absolutely,
I feel like so
yeah.
many people desperately wish they had that and don't have that growing up, and they feel so set back because they didn't get that opportunity.
That was me growing
and
up.
so I feel like, honestly, like, credit goes to you,
Well, I mean, I don't know who believes on this or not. I do, that your soul picked me and your dad as your parents, so I feel blessed by that.
Oh, thank you, Bobby.
And I must say, I felt giving birth to you and your brother, it was a rebirth of me because I got to learn what's it like to be a loving human in such a special way. It was so wonderful, and letting you be who you wanted to be, because I understood what was it like not to have that growing up. So
That's really
and
like.
it's beautiful to see
Yeah.
you and your brother flower so beautiful. I could not have wished for better children.
And that makes me really sad. I know we've had a lot of conversations about this, but it's
Yeah.
just like to even imagine.
But you know what? It worked out great because I learned to not do that,
Yeah.
to work on myself. It was almost like a gift, a painful gift, growing up.
to have
like
that kind of perspective.
But I knew that I had to work on myself a lot. I mean, I was married for 8 years before I have you. He's my oldest.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to work on myself to be a good parent, and it's been an amazing journey. I love being a mom. So anyway, that
Thanks,
was it.
Bobs.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I really like this question too by Squigging. I'm just gonna read the whole thing. Hi, Nathan's mom. I'm an artist as well. I teach art classes with my professor. The ages in the class range from 7 all the way up to 99, which is incredible. So I love to see everyone's different view on art. And something I ask every artist I meet is, why do you do art? What is your purpose in doing it? Do you want to make a difference in the world with your art, or do you do it out of pure enjoyment? Would love to hear your perspective.
I actually gave it a little extra thought to this one, and I remember in my 20s expressing myself artistically had a lot of ego in it.
I definitely. Let me just I don't want to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
I feel that right now.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying.
And it has changed. It has changed a lot. And I don't know if it has been from personal work I've done. I don't know if it has something to do with age. I'm almost 50. So I really now do things for just personal pleasure, and just like I have been doing paintings to decorate my home and to express my love for animals or nature. I love to paint vegetables, or just whatever it appeals to to my soul, and I only do it for that purpose. I don't know if that answers the question.
Yeah.
It's nice to
Have that pressure off.
No, absolutely, it's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah, and I think it's probably allowed you to
No
do even better work, right?
expectations. No
But
expectations.
it liberates you to be able to do more stuff that you care about.
I guess I don't know. It
You're
just
not.
feels
You're also
really
not worried
good.
about algorithms. You're not worried about pleasing an audience.
I'm not.
You know?
I'm not. But I do like the challenge. I like I have been doing some pieces that have been challenging, and I kind of want to see, can I do this? Can I paint the cloth properly? And and not worry about anything else. So
cool. Yeah, I mean, I hope I'll give my little 2 cents.
Yeah.
That I hope to go in that direction. I mean, we've had a lot of conversations about this as well, but I think that it's normal and natural at my age, I think, to be trying to define yourself and figuring out your identity. And so there's a huge aspect of ego with it. And I can't deny that, you know, I feel very like.
But you wouldn't be normal. You wouldn't be.
If I didn't have an ego about it, yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, it is your job to develop.
There is
your
a
ego.
psychology though that I'm trying to navigate now with getting a lot of really wonderful comments, a lot of wonderful support. Oh my God.
More fireworks.
And not letting that get too much to my head and derail me.
Yeah.
And it might. I mean, I think maybe it has to at some point for me to get back on track.
And it doesn't matter. The point is, every experience, anything that comes your way, use it for personal growth.
Yeah.
Not criticism. Because everybody has to go through every emotion and learn yourself about yourself on how do I react. And okay, I didn't like how I felt, or I didn't like how I react. Every time is an opportunity to learn, okay, I'm gonna approach it this way, or wow, I have a temper, or whatever. Every time, if you have a little bit of conscious, you can improve. And you don't improve it next time, it takes many times. So.
Yeah. Cool. So that's pretty much everything. I didn't get that many questions this time, which is fine.
Oh yeah.
But
thank you.
But really appreciate you doing this.
Yeah.
And I hope this was like an interesting little conversation with my mama. Like I said, it's been very valuable to me to be able to like converse with you and get feedback from you and hear your perspective on things. And I just thought it'd be kind of cool to share that with my patrons. So thank you
so much for supporting me.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been such a wonderful joy to see him grow with his channel and his venture and personal voice. He was born this way. This was Nathan from the day. I mean, we gotta pull some videos of you 3 years old, and kind of wanting to express himself and his thoughts and his philosophy. So
it's been kind of a bumpy road trying to figure it out.
This is so your world.
Yeah, it's been great. So I mean, it'll be exciting to see how things continue to evolve.
It's just beautiful that you're documenting your journey into
well, actually, that was one of the
adulthood.
ideas of doing this, actually, because I wanted to document where you are at right now in your life too, you know.
But you're documenting your adulthood, or you know, your this it's amazing. I wish I could see myself. I'm probably cringe.
Well, I look at old photos. It's really incredible. You know?
But you get to see how you speak and how you're thinking, and you know, and that changes with time, your perspective, and the more you journey through the world, your compassion and empathy, and not that you don't have it, you have a lot of it, but you know, expands and is beautiful. But the only way to do it is just living life. You can't rush that. So
okay, I'm gonna put an end to this.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you so much again for the support. Really appreciate it, and I hope you found this conversation interesting.
Okay. Bye.